Emily Osment has been building up quite the prolific resume, but off-screen, she's endured crumbling relationships, mental health struggles, and some devastating family tragedies. In 1999, Emily Osment's older brother Haley Joel delivered an unforgettable Oscar-nominated performance as a young boy who can see dead people in The Sixth Sense. It turned him into a household name across the globe practically overnight when he was only 11. But the glare of the spotlight was nothing compared to what his sister would experience several years later when she played Miley Cyrus's best friend Lily on Hannah Montana. As Haley Joel explained to The Guardian in 2020, that show was squarely aimed towards creating a mania in that age group. She had to deal with a lot more strange invasions of privacy, not being able to have a normal school life, and what exacerbated all of that was she had to be on social media. I resisted until I was like 27. Back in 2007, during the height of the Hannah Montana era, Emily told the New York Times that she was horrified to learn that hundreds of blog pages had been wrongly credited to her name. She also admitted that she didn't appreciate being photographed by fans while traveling to and from the gym. In June 2023, it looked like Emily Osment had finally found the one when she announced that she was engaged to music producer and DJ Jack Anthony. As she gushed on Instagram, "This love is so big and so uniquely ours, and I know it can do anything."
I'm marrying the greatest guy ever. The wedding planning isn't that hard.
Osment and Anthony wed in a private ceremony in October 2024. Unfortunately, though, their love wasn't big and unique enough to last very long. Indeed, before the ink on the marriage certificate had even dried, they were headed for divorce. As the filing revealed, they'd actually separated just before Christmas, so it appears their honeymoon phase barely lasted a couple of months. Osment appears to have taken the split in stride, though, at least judging by the statement that her reps provided to USA Today, in which she said, "I think with any big decision in your life, whether it's relationships or work or whatever it may be, you have to firmly plant both feet in that decision. Ultimately, it didn't work out." In early 2025, millions of people found themselves in the path of the raging wildfires consuming much of Los Angeles. Emily Osment wasn't directly affected by the tragedy, but she did have family members who were. Specifically, her older brother Haley Joel and her parents Michael and Teresa all lost their homes in the disaster. As she wrote on Instagram, "It's been an extremely difficult month. Community is everything, and I know I'm heavily leaning on mine right now, and that's okay. So much love for my beautiful, aching city." Osment went on to ask her followers to help out in any way they could. As she wrote, "Please find some time to donate and show up and be there for those who are struggling right now. We're all doing our best, and that really is enough." Before she got married in 2024, Emily Osment had several long-term relationships, none of which went the distance. Her first serious boyfriend was reportedly Tony Aller, a fellow former Disney Channel star and one half of the pop duo MKTO. After they split up, Osment moved on to her future Cleaners co-star Nathan Keys for a rumored 18 months before she then started dating home economics actor Jimmy Tatro. She and Tatro collaborated on several projects, including the comedy sketch Fighting Couple and a Drunk Questions video, before eventually splitting up as well. Perhaps sensing that mixing business and pleasure wasn't working out for her, in 2016, Osment started to date someone who wasn't an entertainment industry professional, Jim Gilbert, who worked at the Verdugo Hills Autism Project charity. They stayed together until 2021, but it wasn't meant to last, as they too ultimately decided to go their separate ways. In March 2020, Osment appeared on an episode of her former Disney co-star Miley Cyrus's Instagram live show, Bright Minded, Live with Miley Cyrus. As the pop star declared while introducing her friends, "This is the reunion of the decade. My BFF that shared a screen with me for the last 15 years. I'm honored to call her my on- and off-screen badass friend that whether it's for Hannah or Miley, is always right there when I need her."
You are the best.
You the best. Good to see ya.
But the two haven't always been so close. In Cyrus's 2009 autobiography, Miles to Go, she admitted that she initially saw Osment as a threat. As she put it, "There was competition between us. Girls struggle with that, and we were no exception. I didn't do much to fix it. I mean, I wanted to, but I had no idea how to go about fixing it. I never got along with girls as well as I did with guys." Cyrus also revealed that she and Osment would often get into fights whenever she tried to be more friendly. Luckily, their relationship changed during the third season, with Cyrus explaining, "I think somewhere in the course of trying to keep the peace and act like friends, it sort of became true. It felt natural."
Honey, it's not worth it.
In 2011, Emily Osment received rave reviews for her lead performance in the ABC Family movie Cyberbully. She played a teenager who receives a laptop for her 17th birthday and then becomes the victim of constant online abuse. And it's fair to say that Osment suffered for her art. In an interview with TV Guide, she revealed she was regularly put through the ringer while shooting this cautionary tale. As she put it, The hardest thing was being on set every day and having to get into the state of mind where I was crying. It was emotionally strenuous. And the tears didn't stop flowing when the cameras stopped rolling. As Osment admitted to We Love Soaps, I would just come home and I would cry. We had truly an amazing time with making this movie, but I never thought of myself as a method actor until now. So I would talk to my friends, especially my actor friends, and they'd call and I'd be like, I just can't talk to you right now. I'm so sad. After her experience with cyberbully, Osment was clearly familiar with the pitfalls of the internet. And in the years since, she has still struggled to deal with toxic real-life keyboard warriors. After watching the Netflix show 13 Reasons Why, she posted a lengthy message on Twitter that read, in part, "Cyberbullying doesn't have an age limit. Even a 71-year-old can be a bully. I still catch myself affected by what I read online in response to some of my more political or strident tweets." And this wasn't the first time that Osment had addressed the negative side of social media. While promoting cyberbully, she revealed to We Love Soaps that she had an instant no-tolerance approach to detractors. As she put it, "If I see something negative online, I truly will push delete. I truly will block the person, whoever is sending it. But you know, the internet is the internet. It's boundless and it's scary and it can be very frightening, and sometimes the best thing is to take yourself off of it." The subject of intimacy coordinators on movie and TV sets has been somewhat controversial the past few years. Some actors have said they'd feel stifled in the presence of one, while others argue that they help to create a safe environment for all involved. Emily Osment, for one, is definitely in favor of them. While promoting her Netflix sitcom, Pretty Smart, in a 2021 interview with Decider, she explained, "There's this safe space feeling that I have been denied so many times in my career that I didn't even realize I could ask for that. And not just because I'm an actor. This happens in every landscape of every job. Unfortunately, I can't think of a single woman that hasn't said, 'Yeah, I've felt uncomfortable in my place of work before.'" In fact, Osment was integral to the appointment of an intimacy coordinator on Pretty Smart. As she revealed, the producers were like, "Oh, sure, yeah, we just didn't think to do that." Even if it wasn't an intense moment, it's always nice to have that person there. That was the first time as a number one I really put my foot down about something and wanted them to be hired. And we had the most wonderful woman named Rebecca Johansson, and that made a world of difference.
I have kind of been dreaming about this moment.
Me too. Can't believe it finally happened.
In 2018, Osment sat down to watch what would be the final season of her freeform sitcom, Young and Hungry. She played Gabby Diamond, a young personal chef who falls in love with her tech millionaire client. Unfortunately, unlike the audience at home, she wasn't exactly laughing along. After one particular episode, she took to Twitter to say, "Special shout out to mental health. Your own sanity is so much more important than anything else." Osment then explained why she was struggling as she revealed, "Weird seeing this season's Young and Hungry from over a year ago when I was 20 pounds heavier and deeply sad. Get yourself right. Get yourself first. It all falls in line." Osment has regularly taken to social media to address the issue of body positivity. For example, during pandemic lockdown in May 2020, she posted a photo of herself in a bikini on Instagram along with the caption, "Nothing like getting in shape to see absolutely no one ever again." Like a lot of actors, Osment has faced numerous setbacks over the course of her on-screen career. In 2014, for example, her action comedy show Cleaners was canceled after 2 seasons on Crackle. Then there was her Netflix show Pretty Smart, which was axed after only 1, while her CBS sitcom 25 never even made it past the pilot stage. But the cancellation that appears to have affected her most was the premature ending of Young and Hungry. Osment spent 5 seasons playing young chef Gabby Diamond, who enters into a relationship with nerdy tech genius Josh, played by Jonathan Sadowski. It looked like Gabby and Josh were set to take things to the next level when she proposed to him while also asking him to move from San Francisco to Seattle in a major cliffhanger. Unfortunately, though, Freeform pulled the plug on the show before viewers ever got to find out the answer. Osment was unsurprisingly just as devastated as anyone else, as she tweeted, "It breaks my heart to tell you that in addition to Freeform TV not giving our Young and Hungry audience the ending our show deserved, they have also decided to not go forward with a full-length film." However, she did throw fans the tiniest of bones by referring to Sadowski as her obvious future TV hubby, suggesting that Gabby and Josh were destined to get their happily ever after.
Did we?
We did.
Are you sure?
So sure.
Emily Osment didn't let the small matter of a worldwide pandemic stall her Hollywood career. During the lockdown era of COVID-19, she managed to film the Netflix series Pretty Smart, the Hallmark movie A Very Merry Bridesmaid, and the 3rd season of the Netflix sitcom The Kominsky Method. But that doesn't mean that it was easy. In fact, she was quite terrified. As she admitted to Us Weekly in 2024, "It was scary to be in a position where you don't really know if you're safe or not, and you have no choice but to pick up your mask and work." Fortunately for Osment, she did have some emotional support while shooting the Kaminsky Method in the form of her brother, Haley Joel, who appeared on all 6 episodes of the show's 3rd season. As she put it, knowing where he'd been, he's my brother, it was comforting to have him there.